One thing that separates Morrowind from its older siblings, Oblivion and Skyrim, is that you can't buy a house in Morrowind legally. There's no houses to buy. There's no permits. There's no deeds. You can't buy a house. But that has never stopped me from having a house when I play this game. And so there's a few ways you can do it. You can go around. You can scout out a house that maybe has someone walking around outside, like this guy, for example, but they don't ever go inside their house, so it's just always locked. And you can simply pick that lock or, use a spell, break through that door, and then that's pretty much your house. And you know what? Like, they're not agreeing to it, but at the same time, it's a victimless crime. And for whatever reason, when I play Morrowind, I'm drawn to a very specific house. There's one house that I always seem to get brought back to. And it's not the biggest house around. It's not the most spacious. It's not even in the most convenient location. It's in this town here of Caldera, which, from what I understand, is like a mining town. It's like a town that exists in assistance to the mine, which is not far from here. It's a pretty humble town. You got a trader, you got a blacksmith. Really, you do have a mages guild, which is nice. It's nice to have a mages guild in the town that you live in, because then you can teleport around from place to place. You got this guy here, Nedhalus, and he kind of looks like Fargoth's cousin or something, so it's kind of reminiscent of Seydanin. But here's an example. Here's Nedhalus, right? Nedhalus, he will live his entire existence out here, walking around back and forth. Maybe he'll go, well, never inside. Maybe he'll walk over by the trader, pretend he's buying something. But like, truly, this guy's door is always unlocked. So you could just go in here, for example. He's out there. He's not going to be offended. In fact, you're kind of taking care of his house. And it's like, why not? You could kind of own this guy's house. This could be your house. Take care of the plants. You could decorate it, make sure the fire is stoked. Put some food on the table, and hide your items in here. Let's take that. There's a pillow, a nice bed, and there's even, oh my god, an ancestral tomb in this guy's house. So this is seems like a pretty good house. And if you're in this house, I mean, what? He's not gonna mind, and you have a bonus house, so no one's really hurt in the process. Maybe not totally consensual of him letting you live in his house, but what's he gonna do about it? So the house that I am always drawn to is this guy right here. A simple house, 2 stories, 1 bed, 0 bath. Smoke blowing out the chimney, some ivy growing around the roof there. For whatever reason, I've always been drawn to this house when I play Morrowind. Let's go inside. This is the house of Vervius Merzavarius, and it's a pretty simple house. Vervius Merviservius lives here, but there's a couple ways. You could pretend you live here, I guess, but if you pick up or move anything, he might get mad that you're stealing from him. So we're going to do this. We're just going to pretend that he goes away. Okay, so once he's decided to leave town, once you've convinced him, then this house is pretty much yours. Let's just do a little bit of those. Now, there's nothing stopping you from this being your house. So let's take a look around. Right by the door, you got a box open here, a little fortified fatigue. Maybe if you're about to go for a run, that's kind of convenient. I've always liked this. Kind of have a nice couple pillars here in the middle of the room. Helps kind of make it feel like, even though this is one big room, it makes it feel like there's kind of distinct areas. So you kind of have your entrance foyer. Over here, you have a really nice rug that leads into this beautiful desk, which I've always kind of pictured is kind of like a nice, maybe like a potion making station, or I don't know, just a study. Get some books over here, that kind of thing. Maybe get a new candle because this one has a light burn. Oh, never mind. It's just a weird texture glitch with that background. Over here, this is kind of the kitchen area. It's not ideal. You got a jug, you got a counter space, I guess you could say. You got a a shelf here. You got your bucket, do some cleaning. But then over here you have your kitchen, and honestly, your dining room more so. And honestly, Marsalvius Milivavius, he doesn't really keep it very clean. Like, he's got bottles knocked over. He's got some Cyrodiilic brandy. He's got a lot of wine over here. Maybe even empty bottles. I'm not sure. But this makes for a nice little dining area. It's a little weird if you want to sit on that side, but, like, let's be honest, you're not having company over if you're playing Morrowind. You know, one thing too is, like, let's say you dispatched a Valvius Massalvius and you feel bad about that. Check out this note. Dear sir, I'm sorry to inform you that your order for 6 crates of Cyrodiilic brandy has been turned down due to the belated payment on the last shipment I sent you. As soon as I receive the balance owed of 36... I don't know why I said it that way. 3,645 gold pieces. I will reconsider my current position. Please expedite your payment and we can avoid trouble from the local quote-unquote authorities. So, okay, the thing with Valvius is he's dealing with some pretty shady folk over here. Urgola, the pawnbroker. If you're feeling guilty about maybe your so-and-so dispatching of Valvius, you could just either pretend that you are the authorities that Urgola is talking about, or you could go spend up. You could go put the money on Urgola and pretty much pretend that that's what it costs to buy the deed to the house. But 6 crates of Cyrodiilic brandy, like, assuming this is a crate, I mean, these ones have, like, random bottles in them, but let's assume that these are the crates that he's been ordering. Like, how many of these could you fit in there? You could probably fit in, like, you could probably fit a good, like, maybe, like, 8 stack there, 8 by maybe 4, or maybe 6 by 4. Either way, this is probably like a 24 pack at least that you could fit in one of these crates, and he's been ordering a lot of these, so he had some issues sorted out. There's a lot of empty space over here. I think if someone were maybe a little bit more well-adjusted that owned this house, they might have sanctioned out a more useful kitchen area, but he was not really eating much. He was more just drinking, if you know what I mean. And this is a beautiful bookshelf here. Some really nice plates. You have a little small chest here to keep some collectibles. Some nice reading, The Grasping Fortune, Frontier Conquest, one of my favorites. The Annotated Annuad, that's a great pick. I mean, once again, bottles knocked over. This is a great place for storage. And I've always pictured, too, this is how nerdy I get with this kind of thing, that if I were rich, like I was Urgola the pawnbroker, for example, look at this roof. I've never really stopped to look at the roof. I'm also an orc, so I'm pretty tall in here, but this is pretty good. Like, you're not going to hit the roof if you're jumping. But anyway, I've always pictured that if I was rich enough to build this house in real life, like take this, like send this game to the carpenter and just say, or the engineer, the architect, and say, hey, can you build this house? And obviously I would need to add some amenities, such as an actual kitchen. But I always pictured that, like, this bookshelf, like in some of those movies, you know, could like slide open, like it could open here, and then behind here could be like a little bathroom area. So that's kind of how I picture how that would work, because, you know, one thing with Morrowind and even Oblivion, Skyrim, I think there's not a single toilet anywhere, not even a hole in the ground. Maybe there's like wells in Oblivion, but like you shouldn't be using that as a bathroom. So people are drinking from that. So anyway, let's go take a look. I mean, also one more thing to look at down here is just this really nice brickwork. A little inconsistent. Like, you might have like a bigger square and then just like a kind of more rectangles. But I think it looks really nice. Another big rug over here. Some really nice tapestries on the wall. You got the Skyrim logo over here if you're a Skyrim head. Really nice tree tapestry. Another tree tapestry. Another Skyrim tapestry. This guy's clearly a Skyrim fan. 1 silver cup. I'm sure all his other ones have been... He's probably sold them off to make rent. Nice light here. Really nice. Look at this archway that heads into the upper area. Really, really nice stuff. So I like this because this is kind of like, you know, the business area, but like the comfort areas that you're going to spend more time in. Like the desk area and the dining table. Those have a nice rug, so it's a bit more cozy. But once you move up to this area, we transition from stone bricks, I guess, to wood. So it gets a lot more cozy almost instantly. So the first thing you have is this really nice staircase. And, you know, if you're out here grinding that acrobatics, like, this is a great spot to do your morning workout. who even needs those staircases in Vivek if you have this beautiful staircase here? But yeah, moving up, a nice banister here, and then we open up into this really, really nice open spacious room. Once again, nice banisters, but these ones are a little bit different. They fit the theme in a bit more. You have a nice chandelier here. The one maybe criticism, like here's the thing. I realize this is not a perfect house, and not even the probably best house in Morrowind. But it's a modest house. It's a house that I like. It's one that I find cozy and comforting. And it's like it's befitting, you know, especially for like an early level adventurer. You're not supposed to be owning the biggest mansions or anything like that. This is kind of the perfect thing. But there are some weird consistencies. Like this is a very strange spot for a fireplace, in my opinion. It's really nice design. Even got some, let's take some of those. I don't know why you need a candlestick on top of the fireplace, but of course this guy is tankard here. I'm sure a lot of late nights for Volvuvius Massivius when he's been just drinking late into the night. Sits on this bench. Like, come on, get a comfier chair for your fireplace. But yeah, it's kind of a weird spot. It also feels like dangerously close to the wood as well. I don't know if that's legal. Should be like maybe a grate there. But you can make this area cozy, I think. It's a really nice fireplace. And then we move along here. You know, you got some storage here, kind of things. Like he's keeping food in here, a little scrib jerky, a nice kwama egg. What else we got? We got some scuttle. So, you know, we're just keeping some food here. Maybe not the best to keep it on the ground, but it isn't the ground floor, so less chance of any big rats coming through here to chow down on that stuff. You have a really nice hutch here, a nice Starsky and hutch. You can do some nice decoration here. You can also put your other silverware that you have in here. So this could almost be like a kind of a second area. Like maybe you have a dinner party downstairs, but this is kind of the more intimate area just for you. So this is kind of where I'd have breakfast and I'd have dinner downstairs, you know, and then lunch out there adventuring on the road. I love a window with a really big, whatever this thing is called that I can't remember the name of right now. A sill, I suppose. Oh, sill. It sounds weird to call it just a sill without saying windowsill. But this is a really deep sill. You could fit a lot here. You know, you could also close it if you want. You could take a look out at that beautiful city. Just imagine. You got two of these too, which is really nice. But yeah, this table, it's pretty nice and spacious. Like this is a perfect place for a D&D game. Once again, the cup's knocked over, just forks and knives everywhere. Mavolvius is just a total mess of a guy. But I really like this table. I think it's interesting that he has 3 chairs here. You know, there's clearly a spot for a 4th. And like this chair isn't downstairs or over here. Like he has a different bench over there. So I don't know why there's just 3. Maybe he has a son or actually I don't want to think about him having a family considering what we did earlier. But anyway, this also really nice banister. It's actually a good place to display things. I'll show some of that later. A really nice big open rug here. Maybe you could do some stretches here, that kind of thing. It is very spacious. It is very open. But I think that adds to the vibe a bit. Like it is still very cozy, even though it's open and spacious, which I think are often, we think of cozy things as being kind of tight, compact, all strung together. We have another small area here, another small desk. Maybe you could do some little writing. This is where you'd write like a letter with a really nice shield decorative piece up here. Really nice bright green, which kind of stands out against like the paler greens of the plants and the tapestries. Another nice storage area up top here. And then, of course, your drawer, which has a nice plant up top. Once again, these leaves are maybe dangerously close to the candle. The candle is just directly on the table, once again. Kind of a mess, but you can put some clothes up top, open it, put some more clothes inside. And this is where we get to the bed. So obviously, if you are looking to have someone over, maybe Nahaldahis or whatever his name was from Open the Streets, not the coziest place for a hookup, to be honest. But honestly, I'd just go right on this rug is what I would do if I was having someone over. But this is a bachelor's suite. You know, this is for me. This is for you and yours. Yours being yourself. A weird kind of light, not the most ideal, but like, you got to be honest, this is a cozy corner to sleep in. Once again, just open bottles under the bed, absolutely nasty. And then just a little area up top, nice folded cloth, pitcher and tankard. So that's kind of it. You know, you really have a 2-room structure going on here. You have the downstairs, and then you have the upstairs. Let's take a look around a little bit more at some of the decorations. I mean, I really like these little, look at this whole like design that's going on here against the roof. It looks really nice. Once again, I mentioned that chandelier looks really good. A lot of the same with the tapestries, you know, a lot of this tree one, but it is a good one. That one as well, I think, is behind the desk downstairs. So you got a nice couple versions here. So yeah, that's the upstairs of the house, and with that, that's kind of the house. Once again, it's humble, it's modest. Let's do a very quick check around of like the streets out here. It's right next to the Mages Guild, which is perfect. Easy access and exit. Right here we have Falanamo's Clothier. So whenever you're looking to get a new pair of pants or a new pair of shoes, this is a great place to go. He's even got some different cloths and stuff. So this is a nice gentleman here. I've always liked this guy. Really just stand-up gentleman. Got platters of rings and all that. A note here, which that's his note, so I won't bother reading that. There's, you know, nice guard towers on either side of the city entrances, so it's nice and safe. You got another guy's house here. I think 2 houses, actually. You have Saran's house and then Keel Ranier's house. So you kind of have a 2 house connected there. It's kind of an interesting structure. Smaller house over there. What is this guy? This is this is Urgula. Let's go talk to Urgula real quick. Urgula, the pawnbroker. So this guy's a great, like, you know, he means business when he has a guard of his own. And like when he was shit talking Volvius, he, you know, said authorities in quotes in his note. It's like he has this guy up his back pocket, which is working for him. So you wonder why he has to say authorities in quotes. So you'd think like he would actually have this guy go over and check. But let's talk to Urgula here. Are you looking for someone in particular? I mean, I'm curious if that guy comes up in conversation at all. I'm going to say no, but I don't know. This guy's got some things for sale. So it's a nice establishment. Urgula's pawnbroker, a little bit of everything there. We have the castle, the keep up there. If you want to do some of that, maybe get some quests from there. You have Bashuk Grabat's house here. What is this? This is El Musa de Mori's house. I should go check out this house later. That seems like an interesting... Oh, this is kind of cool. This is like a... Oh, right. This is the armorer's house. And then above is not the armorer's house, but it's someone else's house. But they're almost like on the same floor. I'm going to have to go... let's investigate. Let's explore Caldera. Okay, so there's an immediate staircase to go up to her house. And then it has kind of a similar structure. This could be I mean, I don't want to kill the armor ask the armorer to leave, but this is a nice place too. I like this. Oh, these are really nice windowsills. I'm getting distracted here, but just moral of the story is I really like the design of the houses in Caldera. They very much have a Cheydinhal feel from Oblivion, which is one of my favorite cities in that game. This is the trader for more just general goods. Over here is Shenk's shovel. I don't remember what Shenk's shovel is. Let's see what Shenk's shovel has to offer. So this guy actually could be Urgula's cousin once again. Okay, so he's selling basic food and drink. He's also got beds for sale. So let's say you're trying to save up to buy that house. You could spend a night or two here. And then, oh my god, I totally got spun around. So there's the other guard quarters. This is Nell Hodless's house. And then this is a very weird building. This is the Gorak Manor. I don't know what the lore reason is for this, but there's just a shirtless orc, another orc, and then upstairs, like, there's just total disarray. This is where Vovius should have lived. Another topless orc. And then you have a friendly scamp named Creeper. And he's creeping all right. Then he sells you a drum, a sword, and then just alcohol and other illicit substances, and then kind of a weird, like, labyrinthian type design. It's a very, very weird place. It's almost like the orc strongholds from Skyrim, but just like only one place, and they're all shirtless. So it's kind of weird. Okay, so I found an old save of mine. You can see this is a different character, because I have a lot of things going on in the corner. This is a high-level character. I found this old save. This is from 2016, and in this save, I claimed this house, as I mentioned, that I've done many times before. So this character's a lot slower. We are going to go check out, you know how in a cooking show, they might have like a before and after, where like they're talking about making this really exquisite sourdough, and so they'll like show you like what it looks like when it's like a big goop, and then they'll say, okay, we'll just put that aside, and then they'll pull like a finished one out of the oven. That's kind of what we're going to get right now. So let's take a look here. I keep some... Oh, okay, that's not skooma. It's an empty vial. No one come after me. So right by the front door, this is where I put some right gauntlet of Horny Fist, apparently. The left cloth Horny Fist bracer. Very interesting stuff. So if I want to go do some fist fighting, that's what I need. But yeah, so good to keep some armor by the front door. I mentioned this desk area. Like, check this out. This is really, really nice stuff. Mission to Vivek. You know, we got some different notes here, decoded packages. We got some books of different varieties. Really nicely laid out here. We moved the candle. We got some other candles here as well. So this is just a really cozy area. We even a little Dwemer tube. I'm not going to tell you what I do with that one. I'll be honest, bit of a messy area, but I wanted to fill out this corner. I guess, like I said, 2016, who knows what the hell I was thinking. But yeah, this is just some other books, some other works that I need. A message from Dagoth, right? We got some servant skulls up here. I'm not going to tell you whose skulls those are, but they exist. And, you know, you just got to keep some extra books around sometime. Nice lantern here. Out on the table, I have a couple of loots if I want to throw down. I have a nice plate of food here. I got a little rat meat with some rue brush, salt rice, a little scamp skin, not creepers scamp skin, just nondescript. Some ancient Dagoth brandy, so kind of upgraded from the crap that Valvius was drinking. And then a little vampire dust on the side if you get a little peckish. So yeah, to kind of decorate that a little bit more. I was collecting drums for some reason, so I have a lot of drums. I got some regular drums. This was guar squin. I don't know. I wonder what skin is regularly used because they look very similar. So I don't know if these ones are also guar skin. I'm not too sure. Got some LimeWire stuff. LimeWare. Sorry, not LimeWire. No music downloading in this game. A little LimeWire stuff. Some more books down here. A nice little bug lamp. And generally, like the way these plates were placed is nice by default. So I kind of kept that. Moving upstairs. So this is what I was talking about. Like, I really like putting some weapons on this banister. I think this looks really cool. Got the Mage Bane here. Shoutouts to Heroes of New Earth. We got the Wizard Staff. We got some other interesting swords here. Daedric Waka something. Daedric Dagger worth 10k. So some really, I just think this looks really nice. As like a, you know, there's no weapon display cases. Like, that was a big thing in Oblivion and Skyrim. But none of those here. But we can do this anyway. This is not my finest work, but we got a little bow up here. We got some shields. I guess this is my shield bench. A couple things kind of warming up by the fire here as well. Over here, this is pretty cool, right? We got a bunch of scrolls stacked up here. We got some nice rare gems filled with all sorts of different souls. Some ornate Dwemer items, some empty vials. I'm not going to tell you what they were filled with before they were empty. And then a nice row of ash statues that I've collected as well. So a really nice color palette there. And even a House Dagoth cup. Like, look at that. That's what I'm going to be drinking out of after I'm done here. And then this is kind of my my sill filled of helmets. My helmet sill, if you will. We got demon mole, crab, whatever that means. We got a bunch of stuff. Nice little light here to keep it all nice and bright. And then, you know, this character is a mage. Like, a lot of magic. Very much studious. So that's why I have so many book areas where I'm studying all the time and got my different notes, all that spread around here. It's good stuff. A couple more skulls over there. Over here, this is where my key collection goes. So we got all these keys so I don't forget these, lose these anywhere. Over here, this is, yeah, I don't know, let's leave that one. So we have some weapons over here. And this is more some rare weapons. Maybe not displayed the best. That's maybe one thing lacking. And there could be a couple more extra shelves, perhaps, with this house. But we're just going to rock with it anyway. We got some nice clothes up here. We got some different gloves. I got a skull here. So we got some other amulets here, some rings, some belts, all sorts of stuff that you could need. And even some nice robes in here since I'm a robe-wearing type character. A really nice shield, some more weapons, some shoes. Keep them right by the bed. And then we got the Hordetur's nice set over here with a little collovial fur helm right on the edge there, which is nice. Another place for weapons. So obviously I didn't fully use all these all these shelves to its full potential back in 2016 when I had this save originally, but just kind of showing you a little bit of how you can decorate this house, for example. So I think that's pretty much gonna do it. This was a fun investigation of, yeah, my favorite house in Morrowind, and I couldn't tell you how, you know, my memory of the first time finding it or why I picked it like I did, but I just did for whatever reason, and it's, like I said, always been a favorite, a go-to, and unfortunately for Valvovius's sake, whenever I start a new character, his life expectancy just goes down strikingly quick. So let's just take one last peek outside here. Nice blue sky day. Another beautiful day in Caldera. A lot of guards on the loose right now, actually. I can see almost 5 in my one sight line here. But yeah, there you go. I am curious if anyone watching this, if you have a go-to house in Morrowind, let me know what it is, and maybe I'll go check it out in another video. Do a little house hunters. Go check it out for myself to see if it stacks up to mine here. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching this, and hey, see you next time. Later.